Okay, so here's the tweaks that we're going to implement. He's already implemented some. The first one, RMR measurement. He came and I did a metabolism test on him. We got his calorie range, and we've raised his calories, and now you are tracking your food and you're adding real food to your diet. Okay, awesome. And he's just started, so we don't have any results from this. He was sick for like 2 weeks, so he's just getting back in the gym. Number 2, in terms of his goal, have you altered your goal? Are you still trying to be 140?
Well, not as of 5 minutes ago.
Okay. Are you still trying to be 160?
I'm trying to be 170.
You're trying to be 170. Do you have any other goals other than just what you weigh?
Yes, to lose this.
Okay. So one of the things we're working on, and this is not an easy thing. I mean, I realize this. We're so entrenched with weight. And if the scale's going down, we're doing well. And if it's not going down, we're not. It's hard to let that go and to try to just go with your physical changes that may not be through the scale. How are you going to track? Because that's number 3, you're tracking. What are you going to do different to track your progress?
I think it was a couple days ago you recommended that I use some string or rope to track my waistline instead of by actual poundage.
Excellent.
And so that's what I'm going
So
to do.
if your waist is shrinking, that's a good thing because you carry a lot of body fat there, and if it's going down, it's going down. Anything else?
At the moment, I think that's where I'm really going to focus on.
And wasn't there something else you're supposed to do too?
I don't remember it.
You don't? Okay. Photograph?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
Okay.
Oh, no.
So,
before and after photos.
Right, exactly. So
Heaven help me.
if he wants to know if his body's changing, the scale is the worst thing. The scale just tells you if you're getting lighter. It doesn't tell you if your physique is changing. The string will tell him, or the rope, but a string or a rope. If his waist is shrinking, that's a positive sign. But there's probably nothing better than a photograph. I mean, that is brutally honest. You take these pictures.
Emphasis on brutal. Yeah.
Emphasis on brutal. But that's what you want to know, because if you're not changing, you need to change something. I mean, why waste your time?
Right.
So I told him he should take some photographs. They're not for me. They're not for the internet. They're for you. And he should be able to see a change in his photos within 2 to 3 weeks. Okay, not every day, but if you don't see a change in 2 to 3 weeks in your pictures, especially if it's not corroborated with the string, then there's a problem and you need to change something. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, the worst thing you could do is just keep going with the same thing on and on and on and on, and then we come to next September and you're still the same, right? Okay, good. The last, number 4 was his resistance training. He was doing, or at least at some point in his routine, he was doing one set of one exercise, then jumping to another machine, doing one set, then going to another machine. So there was all this travel around the gym. He wasn't even hitting the muscles at the same angle for multiple sets to try to get, maximum fatigue. And he was spending a huge amount of time at the gym. So my recommendation is to pick maybe 5 or 6 exercises for the muscle groups like chest and tris or whatever your combination is, and also get a rep range that's going as high as maybe 12, but getting some reps down into the lower rep range with heavier weight. So you're going to hit different fibers within those muscles, okay? So maybe a set of 12, set of 10, set of 8, set of 6. And that's going to be really good for you, especially since what you were doing the whole year, you were never doing heavier weight for lower reps, like in the 6 range. So I think that would be really good for your body. And the final change, number 5, the whole shakes only thing. Now he's tracking his food. He's going to be eating some real food. Okay, awesome. So any questions right now, or are you pretty straight on what's going on and how we're going to be tweaking your program?
I think the only question I have right now, and you already answered it mostly, but it's going to be in about a month. I'm going to see some progress. Knock on concrete. I'm going to see some progress, and then at that point, I'll need to know what do I do to find out what my new caloric intake will be.
Okay.
And because that doesn't come from a piece of string or photos.
Right.
Once I get that,
the best way, obviously, would be for us to measure you again. I mean, that's how we're gonna
that's
go.
fine with
And
me.
we'll stop guessing. So yeah, that's the best way. But normally I get a lot of questions about how frequently people should be tested. So what I tell individuals is usually when you lose about 10 to 15 pounds of fat, your metabolism will have changed enough that you want to get it remeasured and adjusted. But another time to get remeasured is when you plateau and you're not seeing any more changes. So if you're going along and you're getting some visible, measurable changes every 2-3 weeks, and then we come to week 6 and everything comes to a halt, that might be a time to check and see what's going on. Okay, awesome. Well, I want to thank you for sharing with us. And again, I congratulate him on his first 100 pounds, but we just want to make things better. And, hopefully by tweaking your program, we'll do that.
Great.
And we'll check in again soon. Okay, bye.